What is an inode in a file system? Imagine trying to find a file on your computer, but instead of seeing the name, you see a number. That number is linked to a special data structure that holds all the details about the file. That is what an inode is. In Unix-like operating systems such as Linux and macOS, inodes are key parts of how files and directories are managed. They store information about a file but do not hold the file's name or its actual content. Each file or folder has its own unique inode number within the file system. The data stored in an inode includes the type of file, like a regular file, a directory, or a symbolic link. It also records permissions, which tell who can read, write, or execute the file. The owner and group IDs are stored here too, showing who owns the file and which group it belongs to. The inode keeps track of the size of the file in bytes and timestamps for when the file was last accessed, modified, or had its inode changed. It also counts how many hard links point to it, which means how many different names refer to the same inode. One of the most important parts of an inode is the set of pointers that locate the actual data of the file. These pointers include direct pointers, which link directly to small data blocks. For larger files, the inode uses single indirect pointers that point to blocks containing more pointers. Double indirect pointers point to blocks that contain further pointers, and triple indirect pointers go even further for very large files. This layered system helps the file system handle files of all sizes efficiently. Inodes are designed to keep file metadata separate from file names. File names are stored in directory entries that link to inodes by their number. This setup allows multiple file names, called hard links, to point to the same inode without copying data. It makes managing files flexible and efficient. Different operating systems manage files differently. Unix-based systems relying heavily on inodes for organizing files and permissions. Windows systems, on the other hand, use structures like the file allocation table or the master file table, which serve similar purposes but are organized differently. Understanding inodes is useful for system administrators. They monitor inode usage to prevent running out of space, manage hard links, and troubleshoot permission issues. Inodes also impact how fast files can be accessed and how well a system handles many files or very large files. In summary, an inode is a special data structure that acts like a unique ID card for each file or folder. It holds all the details about the file except its name or content, making it a core part of how Unix-like systems keep track of files efficiently.